Hi, thank you so much for stopping by Philosophy, Friends, and Food. This is the philosophy part of the channel. So, things to look for when you're considering a person to date. Okay, first of all, in my case, of course, a man, but gentlemen, you can reverse it. So, number one, women, see the relationship he has with his mom, because trust me, the relationship he has with his mom is its kind of relationship he's going to have with you. In my case, the gentleman had a very horrible relationship with his mom. It was terrible. He ended up putting her away in a home, never visited her. She recently passed, and it was just crazy. But anyway, the relationship he has with his mother, women, and then the relationship he has, if he has siblings or a family or family, does he stay away from them? Is he close to them? What's the relationship there? Does he he's always in your face? Because there's a difference. You meet someone and you go on a date and they'll be like, hey, I really enjoyed our time. When am I going to see you again? Oh, that's pleasant. And that's nice. But when they're, what is it that they say, sweating you, just constantly bombarding you with phone calls, text messages, it's just too much. And be careful, ladies, because you might be flattered thinking, oh, he really likes me. He can't get enough of me. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled, because he's probably cuckoo and probably doesn't have other friends. Oh, and another thing, make sure he has friends. Make sure he has a life and relationships outside of you, because then it gets crazy. Then trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I've been around the block a few times. Married 17 years, dated here and there. I know what I'm talking about. So, not an expert, but I don't want you all to make the same mistakes I did. So, make sure he's good to his mom, has a good, healthy relationship with his mom and his family, siblings. If he has a good relationship with his dad, that would be good. But the way he treats his mom, like I said, is the way he's going to treat you. Make sure he has friends. Just a good head on his shoulders, that he can talk, and I know that sounds crazy, but carrying on an intelligent conversation, engaging conversation. There's little things here and there, like if he's always talking about, you want to get to know someone, so maybe you want them to know what you've done, but there's a way of doing it. And a narcissist, which was who I dated, they have a real exaggerated sense of self-worth. So labels, like, what is it, the initials at the end, PhD, or beginning doctor, or whatever, they're really big on that. Or or look what I've done, look at me, all my accomplishments. And they tend to be envious of those who, it's just weird. They'll do whatever they have to get what they want. You're not supposed to take it personal, but of course, if you're in a relationship with an individual, you will take it personal. They will tell you what they think you want to hear. They're always very complimentary. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, you're perfect. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Ladies, be confident enough in yourself, love yourself enough to already know who you are. So you don't need to find your identity in a man or in a relationship. That's one of the things these crazy people do. They're constantly bombarding you with, oh, you're perfect, you're beautiful, you do everything right, and you're fluffing your feathers, and they're crazy. Just don't fall for it. A compliment now and then, oh, you look lovely, that's normal and that's healthy, and women accept it, because sometimes women don't know how to say thank you. But anyway, so that's the deal there. The person I dated with was very good about that. When before we started dating, he offered me the sun, the moon, and the stars, a home for me and my kids, and he was going to get his kids back after his divorce, and we were going to live happily ever after, and we were going to work for the Lord and have all this wonderful stuff. No. So these crazy men, when you just like you just get into the relationship and they start making you all these promises, be very leery. You should take one day at a time. And when you get to be my age, your biological clock isn't ticking. So ladies, just take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Like I said, step one is you have to love yourself and you have to know who you are. Your identity. You must have your own identity, your own friends. And I can't stress more, if this dude doesn't have a social life outside of with you, if he doesn't have his own little group of friends, that's a warning sign. It's huge. That means he's either antisocial or people just don't like him for whatever reason. But it's really, really important that he has a social life. Let's see what else. Me, for example, I'm not interested in dating for a long time. That last one really shook me up and took me for a loop. So I'm not interested in any of that. But like I said, I've been through so much. I want to help women as much as I can. And men too. But again, I think number one is you have to love yourself. I see with me, it wasn't that I didn't love myself. Because I do love myself. I'm a gift from God. And I'm not perfect. But, you know, I was good enough for him to die for me. Anyway, so, but I was trying to find something. I was trying to fill that void. I was trying to get a husband that would treat me the way I wanted my daughter to see a man treat a woman in a healthy relationship. I wanted my son to have a positive male role model. You know, the world today, if you don't teach dads don't teach their sons how to be men, the world will teach them how not to be. So it's very important. And I thought, you know what, he's going to provide what I need. He's very sound. He's educated. He seems like just a wonderful person, a godly man. That's another thing. Don't be fooled by the talk about Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. You know, I pray, I read my Bible. Be very careful with people, because if you have to say it all, you shouldn't have to say it all the time. You should people should be able to see that you're a godly person just by your actions, just by your actions, how you treat others. You don't constantly have to say, well, you know what, I read my Bible every day and I'm going to have a church. No. You live it. So ladies, please, if you want a godly man, you got to open your eyes. I was fooled by that too. He wanted to be a pastor, and I thought, man, can it get any better than this? I wanted to have a church. I'm like, wow, I'm in heaven. That would be fantastic. So that's a no. So I think that's all for tonight, because I just got home from work and it's after midnight and I'm a little tired. But dating is wonderful, and it could be a wonderful thing. But you have to have your head on straight. You have to know who you are, and you can't be fooled. We can talk more about narcissists in the next one. Like narcissist behavior, they lie and they believe their lies. So in their head, in their little world, they're not lies because it's in their head. But anyway, like I said, we'll talk about that later. Just if you meet someone nice, don't rush into anything. Sorry, I have a thing in my eye. Don't rush into any relationships. Get to know the person. You know, get to know the individual first and see. You know, just because they may look good, you know, not a nice butt, and, you know, he has nice legs, and who doesn't like that he has sparkly blue eyes? I mean, who doesn't like that? But realistically, there's more to an individual than their outward appearance. And it's really important, especially, and another thing, when you get to be older, there's going to be baggage, and hopefully their baggage is dealt with, and was dealt with, or is being dealt with in a healthy way, so they don't bring it in. No, you know what? Scratch that. Hopefully they don't have baggage. But sadly, a lot of times, when you start dating again when you're older, like after divorce or whatever, there's baggage. So talk things out, talk things through. And man, I have so much to say about narcissistic behavior, but I'm just so tired. So I want to thank you for stopping by, Philosophy Friends and Food. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my juicy nuggets of wisdom. and my cooking tips and my conversations with friends. I'm hoping to have some friends on here and we can have some juicy conversations. But y'all have a good night, and I hope to talk to you soon. So good night. And